living in a third world country is not for the weak. Even though I consider myself to be in a privileged place, at least that's what my family says. Hey, I'm Acheron, but just call me Acheron. And I realized that I've never actually presented myself properly. So, hey, I'm a 16-year-old kid who's turning 17 and also an artist, though that part I think I made very clear at this point. Also, I will not be naming my country in this video because I fear I will be dealt with after 2 days of posting this. For some context, like every animator, I grew up being super introverted and a loner at school. And the reason behind that, I used to just either play video games all day or just watch videos. Plus they were in English and everybody around me only spoke one language at the time. So it was hard building real connections with anyone, and I kinda got bored easily of them because all they talked about is an old popular TV series here that everyone watched, for the sole exception of me, of course. Though to get back on topic, for the first thing I wanna talk about is the condition of our classrooms, and that is just how dirty this place can be and how disgusting, like to sit there, you really just don't wanna see them. And to add to all that, the windows and doors are all broken, like every single classroom there doesn't have a normal door or normal window. Meaning during winter, you have to deal with the cold and try to concentrate on a 2-hour lecture while you are freezing to death. And the fun part is that the teacher would blame you for not wearing enough layers. Like, I'm sorry, not my fault, the classroom is missing a wall. And also, almost every classroom has only one working light, and there are some who don't even have any working light. So, like, when you come at 8 a.m., it's sometimes impossible to see anything on the board. Oh, and don't get me started on those desks. Oh, I hate those desks. I hate them so much. They're made of pure wood, like pure wood most of the time, and almost always cracked, filled with gum, or have insane writing, like insane sexual sludge or racist stuff. And that's just like the tip of the ice. And it's just cursing everyone that reads them in general, like either cursing the teacher, cursing you who sat on that chair, or anyone really. And they are just a pain in the ass. Literally saying that the seats are not comfortable. If you have a 2 or 3 hour lecture, you just suffer. And the teacher weren't better either. During first grade, I had a teacher who started to practice combos on me whenever I got a question wrong or didn't know the answer, or for just breathing at some point. No, like really, she did not hold back, like full on slaps across the face. She pinches my arms really hard, and she used this like big wooden ruler thing made, I don't know how to describe it better, but she hit like our hands with it. It was painful, made my hands go all red and like puff up. I was 6 at the time, mind you. And this was present in every year, like not to the same degree, but this rural thing was present for my whole preschool period. Then moving on to during when I entered second grade, I got a teacher who used me as an excuse to like become a saint in the eyes of other teachers. How did she do that? She kind of like talked bad about me, like, oh, this kid's so dumb, this kid's not the brightest, and so on. To my mom retaliated by saying, well, she's not a great teacher then. Kind of made that rumor pop up inside the school. So there was like permanent fire between the two. I say between the two because I was 7. I didn't understand what was going on. But the rest of preschool was better, not great, till I find myself in middle school in 8th grade. Find myself with a horrible math teacher who, when I got a good grade, like for the first exam, wanted me to become like the star of the class, and she kept her eyes on me 24/7. And no, I could not perform with those conditions. My mom went to talk to her, like I told her, mom, I couldn't handle the pressure. So she went to talk to her, to just say like, hey, lay off of him a bit, he's timid type. And this teacher has the nerve to say, I need him to make the class like active. Like, what? So I just started not going to her class, then gradually not going to class at all. Some dark times, I know. Had troubles during home, and but again, that's a story for another time. But when I actually did go to her class, she'd like go out of her way to like make me a laughing stock or like the bozo of the class. And even when I got a question right, she'd say like, I was just testing you. That was the basics. If you didn't know that, you don't know anything. Then my first year of high school finally comes, and I find this amazing math teacher that when I enter his classroom, I actually understand. Like everybody understands. Everybody got a decent grade, like great and decent grades. Nobody got that horrible of a grade in his exams. They weren't easy, but he was just a great teacher. Then he leaves for 6 months. Yeah, the whole rest of the year because he got in an argument with the principal. At the time, they just used to tell us like he's sick, he's sick. I thought he had cancer, not gonna lie, and that resulted in my math level like going way down. No, I was not the same person in math anymore. Made my second year harder, but surprisingly, we were actually crowned the best first year in that high school, with only two being held back out of 38. Yeah, 38 pupils. A lot of pupils. Sometimes we didn't even have enough for all of these people in one class. Also, the thing you'd say like, oh, at least you enjoyed the breaks he gave you, like you had so many more breaks. Well, no. The high school usually kicked us out of the school in breaks just because like we cause too much trouble or make too much noise or even ruin some classrooms, so we just get kicked out, endure the summer heat, and just go do something, to go to a cafe. Or but the problem is those places were hella expensive because many like well-off folk who came from Europe started to live there for vacation, but not only for vacation. The people really lived there. It was pretty popular for tourists or immigrants to be there. The coffees and drinks were really overpriced. Not something you can go to every day or even every week. Sometimes not, like you'd have to wait, take it this month and you wait for next month to go again. They were that expensive. Now you may ask, did these problems get fixed? Well, no. The teachers I talked about still have their jobs, and that is because schools are too broke to find other teachers, and teachers don't want to work for dirt cheap anymore. What a surprise. And maybe that's why they scam parents with tutoring. Though anyways, this applies also for the broken stuff I mentioned. Yeah, nothing got fixed. You just kinda have to deal with it. And did I mention that many kids got unalived near my school? Yeah, I forgot to mention that part. Crazy to hear. No higher up was fired or changed, by the way, showing you how much like human life matters. But again, like these cases I want to keep for another time. Now, unsurprisingly, this led me to get depression because you got all of that happening to me in addition to my home that is so suffocating. Like, okay, there's love, like a lot of love, but do you have any idea of how many arguments I had with my folks over anything? My hair, outfit, accessories, school, everything, and especially my art journey. Like so many arguments about like me wanting to do art. Plus my brother is 11 years older than me and my sister is 16 years older than me. I have four people breathing down my neck. Oh, it's like I have four parents, and now I have to take pills. I still feel kind of bad, anxious, and lonely most night, and I kind of hate the way my family is dealing with it. On a more positive note, I did find three friends that I called brothers during my first year of high school, and my loneliness kind of made me reach out to more people by joining either Discord server, and I'm kind of trying to follow every artist I see on Insta to try and chat with them, and kind of on a mission of praising as much work as I can. And well, because during these tough times of AI and worrying about your future, it's good to get some support without asking questions. Though I'm not only praising because they're artists, but also because their art is filled with both hard work, talent, and passion. And also started to talk more in voice chat during gaming to maybe find my next duo or something, because my previous one left me for PC, which is fair, but I'm too broke to get one at the moment. Though I'm trying to find a way to get out of here and trying to find any possibility of a scholarship, like right now or anything. Though it's not looking too good. For that, I have been told to wait for university to apply for a scholarship. But here's the thing: I'm entering my third year of high school, so there's still a lot of time left, and I feel like I'm both losing myself and losing my sanity day by day. That's why I would love to find something a bit earlier. Thanks for listening to me up. Consider subbing and liking, because this took a long time to make. And if you're one of the few people who actually followed me, if like you may ask what's happening, like to the channel going from art challenges to like gaming challenges to now trying an animation out. And for that, I don't really have an answer. I never made this like channel with a plan, so it's just going with the wind.